It is round 25 of the Kwik British Touring Car Championship from Silverstone. It is blast off with a good getaway by DeLeon. Not a great start by Josh Cook. Good launch also made by Aidan Moffat. And on the run down towards Cops Corner, DeLeon leads and Jake Hill tries to go the long way around the outside of Gordon Shedden. That did not quite work, I don't believe, and it's indeed going rather wide, Gordon Shedden. Sutton, I think, was up against the wall as he made his way down towards Cops. He's got away with it, but it is going to be Daryl DeLeon from Gordon Shedden, and up into third, Dan Lloyd, as they arrive at Beckett. So Jake Hill shuffled back one spot in the pack. And Sutton still involved in a big fight. But look at Shedden, he's all over the back of DeLeon. This is going to be fascinating. Daryl DeLeon, one of the young guns of the championship, against one of the more experienced drivers on the grid, one of the most successful on the grid in Gordon Shedden, who's up the inside, look, coming out of the second part of left field, side by side with the BMW. Daryl DeLeon on the outside line, Gordon Shedden on the inside line. Gordon Shedden, he's going to get his nose in front at the end of lap one, and after his best qualifying of the season, Gordon Shedden led across the line. He'll get a point at the championship for that, but DeLeon is right with him on the outside line. It's Dan Lloyd third as they round Cops. DeLeon way wide off the racetrack, but he maintains the momentum and he's still on the attack. Shedden leads. Lloyd's going to have the inside line for Beckett's last of the late breakers. They both lock up. Lloyd sideways. DeLeon goes wide and Jake Hill nips up to third. DeLeon, though, is in danger of losing more places here.
Talk of vulnerable, here comes Lloydie down the inside of Shedden, and he's pulled it off. Fantastic first couple of laps from Dan Lloyd.
Brilliant stuff. Dan Lloyd in the independent Restart Racing Hyundai, not a factory, not a works car. He comes through the right hand of Luffield, and this is looking back from Dan Lloyd's car. So you've had briefly Daryl DeLeon on the lead, you've had Gordon Shedden in the lead, now you've got Dan Lloyd in the lead as they come diving down towards Cops Corner to start lap 3 of 22. Restart Racing has been successful in the independents this year, but could an outright race win head the team's way. This is on board with Sutton, and Ash Sutton already up into 9th place. Ingram's up into 11th, but Sutton needs to be ahead of Ingram to take points off him, of course. Dan Lloyd now leads by 0.6 of a second as that's Jake Hill going through. He moves himself up past Gordon Shedden. So now Hill sets off in pursuit of Dan Lloyd. Don't forget Dan led at Snetterton and lost out late race to Dan Rowbottom. He's leading here. Could he be denied by Jake Hill? A 12th different winner of the season beckons then, and it is going to be Dan Lloyd. The man from Huddersfield leads the pack through Woodcote Corner, and a 4th career victory, his first of the year. The checkered flag awaits. Dan Lloyd wins our first race of the day in the Kwik British Touring Car Championship, and a delighted team, a delighted driver as well. Dan Lloyd has done it. Jake Hill second, Gordon Shedden third. They were all denied the chance to challenge as we finished under the safety car, but you can see how much that means to one of the hardest triers on the grid.